Model guns in Japan profiled by Lucifer 7922. This video introduces a Japanese toy gun. The toy guns I introduce are called model guns in Japan. It is called a cap gun by the world standard, but I call it a model gun. Introducing this time is M1911A1 manufactured by Marushin Industry Company Limited. I bought it by mail order about 2 years ago. It was made of heavyweight resin and cost about $160 including shipping. This gun can be said to be the most well-known handgun in Japan. Various variations are on sale from each toy gun maker. Marushin Industry Company Limited also announced that a minor change version will be on sale in August this year. This time, we received a request from the viewer, so this is a video that responds to it. Request from viewer is about the solution of the problem peculiar to this model gun. With repeated use of this model gun, there is a high probability that the hammer will stop at the half-cock position even if the trigger is pulled and the hammer is released. I was asked for the cause of this problem and the solution. Since this is my first time dealing with this model gun, I will explain the assembly process and test fire as before, and investigate the cause of the problem. I don't think foreign enthusiasts often deal with assembly kits. However, if you get an assembly kit, please prepare at least this level of tools and try to assemble. Even in Japan, it seems that there are many cases where assembly is abandoned due to lack of tools and experience. The lack of experience cannot be resolved immediately, but the lack of tools can be resolved with funding. Let's start the assembly work. Open the pouch and line up the parts on the tray. Make a copy of the instruction manual and make sure you have all the parts. Put the internal parts in a plastic bag and spray with silicone oil. This product has large burrs on the frame and slides. I'll show you how to handle it, but this isn't the best. Please handle it your way. After the pre-treatment, start the assembly work. 1. Cut the bridge from the frame. The bridge has already been cut off. However, burrs remain, so scrape them off. 2. Incorporate the ejector into the frame reinforcement. 3. Incorporate frame reinforcement into the frame. 4. Check the movement by combining slides and frames. I haven't done anything special in this process. 5. Incorporate the trigger into the frame. In this process, please refer to the still image and videos so that the trigger moves smoothly. If it does not move smoothly, do not proceed to the next process. Assemble the magazine catch. There is no particular problem with this process. 7. Incorporate the magazine catch into the frame. In this process as well, please refer to the still images and videos so that the magazine catch moves smoothly. Incorporate sear and disconnector into the frame. Please refer to the video for this process as well so that the disconnector and sear move smoothly. Assemble the hammer and incorporate it into the frame. This process requires some ingenuity. The hole on the left side for inserting the hammer strut pin is a little small. If you insert it forcibly, the hammer will crack or the pin will bend. Therefore, pass a 2 mm drill bit halfway through the hole. Incorporate sear spring into the frame. 11. Temporarily assemble the main spring housing to the frame. Process 10 and Process 11 are a series of operations. The pull bar with part number 64 depicted in the drawing does not exist. There is no description in the exploded view. Therefore, please use a substitute. 12. Incorporate the safety lock plunger into the frame. There is no particular problem with this process. 13. Incorporate the safety lock into the frame. This process also requires some ingenuity. First, remove the burr on the safety lock by referring to the image on the right. The frame is also returned to the previous state as shown in the image. Then, as shown in the video, temporarily assemble grip safety and safety lock into the frame. Incorporate the mainspring housing into the frame. In this process, the pull bar circled in red is replaced with the mainspring housing pin. 15. Incorporate the grip into the frame. Be careful not to over-tighten the screws. 16. Incorporate the extractor into the slide. 17. Incorporate firing pin retainer into slide. Process 16 and process 17 are a series of operations. Shave off the part circled in red on the firing pin retainer. 18. Assemble the barrel. There is no particular problem with this process. 19. Incorporate the barrel into the slide. 20. Incorporate recoil spring into slide. Process 19 and process 20 are a series of operations. However, no special explanation is required. 21. Combine slides and frames. 22. Complete. Insert the magazine into the frame. I will try it again. It's not a bad situation at all, but I will stop the test firing and respond to the viewer's request first. Here, I will write the request from the viewer again. With repeated use of this model gun, there is a high probability that the hammer will stop at the half-cock position even if the trigger is pulled and the hammer is released. Please tell me the cause of this problem and the solution. Let's start by observing an important mechanism that will give you hints on how to solve this problem. The interrelationship of trigger, disconnector, sear and hammer. Half cock, full cock, release. Let's reproduce the problem that the hammer stops at the position of the half-cock by referring to the observations so far. However, it can be said that there is almost no situation where the disconnector is lightly pressed during operation. Recreating the defect is only a material for identifying the cause. There is another real factor. If the disconnector and sear are in this state when the trigger is pulled, the hammer will not be cocked. However, if the disconnector and sear are in this state immediately after pulling the trigger, the hammer will be cocked by sear. And it is executed regardless of the direction of motion and trigger state of the hammer. So to speak, it's unwanted safety. I thought that the cause of this phenomenon was the loose meshing of part A and part B. And the usual way to improve this is to sharpen part A and part B. However, since they are worn out in the first place, they are not long enough to engage with each other deeply. So I focused on another part. The small window of the disconnector, the part indicated by the red arrow. If this part is cut in parallel, the disconnector and sear to engage with each other deeply. The white arrow is 1.1 mm and the red arrow is 1.6 mm. If the strength is 1.1 mm and it is okay, there is a length that can be processed as much as 0.5 mm. 0.5 mm is long enough for this part. Of course, I do not deny that there are other factors, and I do not say that my consideration is absolute. Let's try firing again at the end. Thank you for watching until the end. See you soon. Goodbye.